Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, the Paul Pluta channel, and ArchieLuxury corporate. Guys, keep watching. Keep watching. I need the viewers. I need the viewers. I need the subs. I need it. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. ArchieLuxury on YouTube. Hey guys, it's your pontiff, Paul Pluta, and today, guys, I'm doing a paid review. And this is paid review. Let's start at the first one. This is paid review 20 SE61. Quick wristwatch check. What am I wearing today? I'm wearing my ArchieLuxury Reverso Grand Date. Okay, let's jump in. 20 SE61. What a great ensemble. I'm just gonna get my teleprompter up here, the teleprompter, because I've got a beautiful picture of his collection, which you will see on the screen. Okay, dear Arch, I'm a big fan of your channel. At the time of writing to you, are having some personal issues that are bringing. At the time of writing to you, I see you're having some personal issues that are bringing you down. Just so let me say that I hope that things pick up for you and the family soon. I won't go too much into the elaborate life story, but I'm a 44-year-old British guy, steady job, recently married, living on the south coast of England. I'm sending you 50 UK pounds. I hope the exchange rate is favourable, you betcha. And I will try my best to approximately size the photos so you don't have to muck around with them. Thank you. Here's my box. A couple of shiders in there as well, as we all need a shider or two. Seriously, the Sin was my first decent watch, and it's a nice piece that I am still fond of. Feel free to disagree viciously, Archie. Anyway, the four main ones are, here we go. Tudor Pelagos, in-house model, black, full box and papers, bought on Fleabay in 2017 for £2,400. I was lucky with the purchase and all was fine, but I would avoid eBay in the future. Sent it back to Rolex under warranty when I pinged the bezel off and it kept popping off. Yes. Number two. And we've got an Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. Man of the Feking Moon. Yes, of course. It's actually a sapphire sandwich, chosen as I enjoy seeing the manual movement. Bought new from the local AD in 2019. Bracelet, big box, £4,000. I put in an Omega OEM glide lock style clasp on this, which is a nice little addition. Okie dokie. And then number three, Rolex Milgauss, black dial, green glass, a pre-owned 2019 model with box and papers, bought from a dealer in March this year, £6,600. Love the green sapphire, the orange accents, everything about it. And then, of course, we have a ArchieLuxury ultra thin Reserve de Marche, steel case, silver dial, box papers, a used 2014 model, bought recently for a dealer, $5,750, absolutely beautiful. I love all these watches, and I'm not planning on selling any or buying any for a while at least, but I have mulled over a few potential future purchases. These include a Grand Seiko Spring Drive, one with a nice dial, a Snowflake or similar. He's also looking at a Zenith Defy El Primo 21, ideally on bracelet and not the skeletonized dial. The one with the found right, had to look that up. Found Royant. He sent me an example. I appreciate the current market for Rolex ceramic steel sports, but I don't want to go there personally, so I like the idea of a pre-ceramic Pepsi or a pre-ceramic black dial Daytona. I love all their dive watches, especially the Sea Dweller 4000, but don't want to double up on the Pelagos just yet. Anyhow, Arch, I know time is money, so don't want to waste any more of yours. Let me know your thoughts you have on my watches or the ones I'm considering. All the best, Jay. Jay, thank you, Jay. Thank you indeed there. And in this box, of course, we have some garbage. We've got the Sin and the Casio G-Shock. And let me just say to you, I've got the Casio World Time. Yes, we all do need shiders. Okay, so what do I think of this collection? What do I think of this collection? 44-year-old British guy with a steady job, recently married. I got to tell you something. Those are some really nice pieces. Really, really nice pieces. This is a nice, classy collection. I love it. I really love it because, let me say this. Looking at this collection here, I always, you know, when I do these reviews, I have a look at the photo and think, how does this present? And it's absolutely beautiful. Look at this. You know, when I look at a collection, I look at your main, you know, in photography, you have a triangle, ISO, shutter speed, and aperture. It's the triangle. Here, when I look at a collection, I go chronograph, I look at a diver, and a GMT. You know, you want that sort of same sort of triangle. Now, I got to tell you what, this collection here, pretty nice. I mean, for a British guy, a geezer. This is a proper geezer. Look at this. Look at this. Seriously, he's got some. This is not a cheap collection. You could buy a really good used Ford Granada for this sort of money. What am I drawn to? Well, firstly, I've got to tell you, I'm looking at this picture here. I see the JJ LeCoultre. That is a fabulous model. The Master Control series. Reserve de Marche. The Reserve de Marche. What an elegant dress watch. Absolutely winner chicken dinner. I think that's a gorgeous watch. I'm currently wearing my JJ, my Reverso Grand Date. I got to tell you, the Master Controls, absolutely, Master Control is an absolute beautiful line of watches. Can't fault that. Then I look at this photo and I think to myself, every man needs a Rolex. And you've got probably the nicest Milgauss. Black dial, because you think about sports watches, black dial. You've got the GV, the green glass. It's got that funky orange second hand. I had this same watch except without the GV, the previous version, black dial. Absolutely loved it. You don't need a date function on this watch here. Absolutely winner chicken dinner. It's gorgeous. I can't fault it. I can't fault this Rolex at all. That's a beautiful, stunning Milgauss. And then we've got an Omega, one of the greatest chronographs of our time. And I got to tell you what, you know, I was talking to Ronnie a couple of years ago. I remember I was in his shop. This is at Vintage Watch Co. And he said, you know what the best bang per buck watch is? I said, oh, Rolex Datejust. He goes, no, it's actually the movement. He said the Speedmaster. Speedmaster's got a chronograph movement. And he's 100% right. These are very, very much a quality watch. The Omega Speedmaster, the Sapphire Sandwich. I actually love the Sandwich. I do. It took me a while to get into it, but I'd gladly have a Sandwich myself. Sapphire Sandwich. And then we need a diver. He's got the Pelagos, Tudor Pelagos, which I gotta say, man, I would have gone Black Bay. I'm a Black Bay man. I'm a bit more conservative, but the Pelagos is nothing to be sneezed at. That's a beautiful collection. So, and then we've got the Sin. I gotta be honest with you. In this collection, normally I hate Sin. I just hate Sin. But here, I think, yeah, that's a good beater. And you've got a second beater. You've got your G-Shock. Yes, of course. Why not? I I think it's a beautiful collection. Rolex, an Omega, a JLC, and a Tudor. 4 key watches there. I got to be honest with you, you should be very proud of yourself. You have worked hard. You've got class. You have got class. What can I say, man? This is a very classy collection. I honestly, I'm envious. I got to be honest with you. I'm envious because for a fraction of what I put into Pateks, you've kind of nailed it. You've really nailed it. You've got, just looking at this collection, it's more than the sum of the watches, more than the sum of the parts. This is a proper collection. And I love it. I really do love it. I got no faults, no hassles with any of that. It's a beautiful, classy collection. Yeah, I like it. I really do like it. I really do like it. I like it. I think it's a very cool collection. I think it shows you he's got most of his bases covered. Yes, he is. He has. He's got his bases covered. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I mean, I just want to, the Speedy, the JLC Master Control is gorgeous. The Ultra Thin Reserve de Marche Master Control. It's a great collection. Very, very, very cool collection indeed there. Quite a bit of money there. That's we're talking a fair bit of money there. This is not a cheap collection. No, there's not cheap in any stretch of the imagination. But it's got substance. I don't think you do too badly out of any of that stuff. Now let's have a look here. Everyone wants to add. They're always looking at the next thing. I love all these watches, and I'm not planning on selling. No, I agree. I think it's a great collection. But I'm mulled over a few potential future purchases. Okay, so firstly, we've got the Grand Seiko Spring Drive. Yep, I think a Grand Seiko would fit beautifully into this collection here. Definitely. Definitely. The quality's amazing. Then we're looking at a Zenith. I think any of the Zeniths, when you're buying Zenith, you've got to really, you've got to buy the deal at the time. I wouldn't just, say, oh, we've got to be this model. I had the Zenith El Primero Chronomeister 1969. I had the Open Heart. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. That was pretty good buying. I think Zenith is another brand that would go beautifully in this collection here. So I would say yes. Either of those choices is fine. And then, of course, you're talking about adding another Rolex. I don't think you need a Daytona. Too expensive. Too expensive. It's not going to really add. I wouldn't do that. I would get a. I'd possibly get a 40mm Explorer 2. I think they're great bang per buck. The GMTs, expensive, but definitely I agree with you there. Definitely, I would definitely. I can see any of those, or even a Rolex Diver is fine. Anyhow, Arch, there you go. So he's given me what do I think? I think it's a beautiful collection. I don't think you have to add anything. Take it slowly. Add slowly. That's the important thing. Add slowly. I mean, look at that. 4 really beautiful watches. My advice to you was have a little safe at home. A safe bolted to the floor. That's a very... Or otherwise have a bank safe. You don't want any geezer stealing this stuff, It's a beautiful collection. Absolutely beautiful. I can't fault that. That's a gorgeous collection. It's a lot of thoughts, guys. I just look at this photo. It's beautiful. So all I can say is well done. The Pontiff approves. You've got my approval. Thank you for getting a paid review done. Guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't be afraid to get a paid review done yourself. Remember, I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I desperately need paid reviews to keep me full-time on the YouTube. I desperately need this to keep me full-time going. And I gotta tell you guys, it's it means a lot to me. When you get paid reviews done, I have a good, close, intimate look at your collection. I'll tell you what I think. I'll tell you if I think it's garbage, I'll tell you it's garbage. If I think it's amazing, I will tell you it is amazing. And guys, I will see you in the next one. See you later, guys. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.